Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another quick update on the Tigard Oregon real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 6 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, February 13th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through some info with you. So first off, we'll look at active listings, homes that are actively on the market. You can kind of see this. We ended this last week at 42 homes for sale as of Sunday. That's a high over this past 6 weeks, had a low of 28, high of 42. This last week, we had 26 new homes come on the market, which is the highest over the 6 weeks as well. And, quite an increase over the week prior at 18. The median list price and days on market for the actives, the red bars is median list price. You can kind of see we had a low of 528 6 weeks ago. That went up to just shy of 600,000 here a couple weeks back, and then this last week we came in at 587,000 was the median list price in Tigard. And then days on market, we had a high of 35 6 weeks ago when there wasn't a whole lot on the market around the turn of the beginning of the new year. And then this last week it dropped clear down to 3 days. So all this new listings coming on has really dropped the days on market. Moving on to the pending sales, you'll see that we started at about 100 pendings here 6 weeks ago, got up to about 118 a couple weeks prior. This last week came down just a little bit at 113 homes in pending status. And we had 16 go pending this last week, up 1 from the week prior, but down from a few weeks prior to that. Median price and days on market for the pendings. We had a low of 563 a month and a half ago, got up to about 608 here about a month ago, and it's last couple weeks been right at 600,000 has been the median price for the pendings. And then the last 3 weeks we've been pretty steady at just 6 days on market. So things are going pending very quickly that are selling. And then lastly, we'll look at the sold listing activity. So we always look 4 weeks back here. So 58 was the last week's closings. That was for the prior 4 weeks of activity here. You can kind of see that we've been actually coming down on that here over the past 6 weeks. And this last week we had 20 recorded sales, up from 14 the week prior, but we had a couple real lows here. I think that's why we've kind of seen the numbers in total kind of coming down over this past month. And then median sold price and days on market for the solds. We had a high of 595 here 6 weeks back, and then it dropped down to about 550, and it's been building up from there. This last week we came in at 570,000 for the 58 closings over the past 4 weeks. And then, except for this one outlier here, we just been between 5 and 6 days of average market time for things that have been selling. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the list price. The weeks of inventory is the red bars here. You can see we had a low of a week and a half of inventory here about 6 weeks back. That's been steadily kind of climbing here. This last week we hit just shy of 3 weeks of inventory in Tigard. So still obviously a very tight market and very much a continuing seller's market. But it is nice to see we're starting to see some more inventory hit the market and relieve a little bit of this pressure here. But on the other hand, things have been selling above list price here for the past month. So this last week we came in at on average 104.4% of the original list price. So about 4% over the list price on average for the solds in this last week. So obviously still a very active market, very much slanted towards sellers. So to get a better look at the update, you can always click the link or button below the video. It'll take you to my website and you can have a closer look there. And below that, be sure to check out my buyer and seller guides that are available for you to download if you're interested. They're really great resources for you to check out. So encourage you to look at those. So I hope this update's been helpful to you. If so, always appreciate any likes, comments, and shares that you might have to give me. And if I can be of any help or answer any questions about what's happening in the current market, I'm always available to answer questions and help with your unique situation. So just give me a call or send me a message and we can connect. So Hope you have a great day. Thank you.